Today what we're going to do is look at the different parts of a polynomial. So if we just take and write out any regular polynomial, what we want to do is list out the different parts and pieces that are important. Okay. You have your terms, which are separated by addition and subtraction signs. So I would say 3x squared y cubed, 4xy, and then minus 7. The easiest one of these to identify is minus 7, and this is your constant term. Okay, your constant term has no variable. And then after that, you could separate each additional term if you wanted to. And then I just like to break them apart based off of the coefficient. So the coefficient is the number without a variable, or excuse me, just a number. So that's the big. That's the big part. And now, going or naming them, and naming a polynomial is according to its degree and number of terms. Okay, if the degree is 0, that means it doesn't have a variable raised to a power. So therefore, it's just a constant. If a degree is 1, so like x to the first power, or just x, it's a linear polynomial. If it has a degree of 2, so the highest exponent is a 2, it's a quadratic. If it would be 3, then it's a cubic. 4, quartic, right? Quarters, 4. And then x to the 5th is quintic. And if n, or what the highest number exponent is greater than or equal to 6, it's just a polynomial of the nth degree. So a polynomial with one term is called a monomial. All right, and that's based off of mono, which means 1. 2 terms is binomial. What's here is bi. Is 2, and then 3 is trinomial. Again, TRI means 3. And then if the number of terms is greater than or equal to 4, it's a polynomial with n terms. So to actually do a couple of these, I want to talk about how polynomials are written, or how you should see them written. A polynomial should always be written with the highest exponent to the lowest exponent. All right, eventually all the way down to your constant. So if I look at this polynomial, it starts at 3 to 2, and I don't see 1. So if you don't see 1, it's okay to put a 1, and then finish it off with my constant. So in terms of order it's written, it's good. So the degree, the biggest exponent I see is 3. The leading coefficient is the coefficient that leads the term of where your degree is found. So I have a 7 in this case. Number of terms is separated by addition and subtraction. So 7x cubed is a term. I see a plus, so I'm going to start a new one. 2x squared minus, so I get to the minus and I stop. 3x plus, so I get to the plus and I stop. And then 5. So this time I had 4 terms. Then what you do is you just write its name. Okay, so the way you write a polynomial, degree, number of terms. So the degree is 3, so it's a cubic. And then number of terms, 4 more terms. So I have 4, so it's a cubic polynomial with 4 terms. Okay. So again, what I'm going to do is put a dot where my variable should go, highlight my constant, let me know that this is my constant. If I look at my exponents here, I don't see 1, so it's okay to write a 1. Write anything to the first power is itself. So I have a 1 and a 2. 2 is the biggest exponent, so that means degree is 2. So if I look at this term, minus 6x squared, the number that goes with this 2 is 6, and it's a negative. Number of terms, again, just break everything apart according to your addition and subtraction signs. So I have 3 terms here. If I want to name it, degree first, so it's a quadratic. Then terms is 3. And the root for 3 was try. Okay. 14, if I look here, right, it's just my constant this time. So the degree is 0, leading coefficient is 14. It's got 1 term. We would just call it a constant. And then number of terms, a constant monomial. So I'm going to let y'all write the remaining 1, 2, 3 by names. And this next one, what we're going to do is I give you the name. So cubic means it's got a degree of 3, so it's something to the 3rd power. Binomial means there's 2 terms. So I need to write something to the 3rd power that only has 2 terms with a leading coefficient of -9. So -9, x, my degree must be 3, or my exponent is 3. It doesn't tell me what my constant is, so I'm just going to do plus and 5. Right, this satisfies everything because my leading coefficient is -9. My degree is 3. And I have 1, 2 terms. All right. So what I want y'all to do is do these three and do those two and submit your work on Canvas.